What's going on, my peeps? Just got back from the range with Cindy and Molly and was about to clean my wife's Sig P365 here. This is the standard one, not the XL or the X or the SAS. And I know with a lot of new gun owners out there, I figured I'd do a how-to cleaning video real quick. I did one a little while back on the Smith & Wesson Shield EZ. And for those experienced shooters know that, you know, once you learn how to clean one, you kind of know how to clean them all. But with a lot of new shooters out there, like I'd said, I wanted to just go over, you know, another cleaning with another firearm here. So let's start by showing that this firearm is clear. And then I will go ahead and show you how to take this gun down, field strip it. So the P365 has a takedown lever here. So what we'll do is we'll lock the slide to the back. We'll just pull it back, push up your slide lock, and then this takedown lever pushes down. Just like that. And what that does is that allows the slide to come off. So we can push down the takedown lever, or sorry, the slide lock, and then our slide pushes all the way off. From there, you have your recoil spring. Push it forward a little bit, and then it pops right out. And then your barrel, you can just kind of stick your finger in there, pushes up, and now your gun is field stripped down. And this is as far as you need to take it apart to clean it. What I typically use for cleaning is I got some pew-pew cleaners here, which in some households they might be known as Q-tips. In this household, they're pew-pew cleaners. I have some just cotton patches. My favorite brand that I found is actually at Walmart, and this is it here. These things don't shed or leave any kind of dust or debris. Toothbrush, or if you buy a cleaning kit, it'll have something like a toothbrush, have a bore brush, and then a little eye to hold the patches to push them through. So what I typically start doing is taking the toothbrush here and just scrubbing inside anywhere, and basically you're just looking to get any kind of debris that might be stuck and just kind of wipe it off in there, get things loose. Do the same thing to the frame, just kind of get everything loose in there, and then I'll end up taking a patch or two and just we'll start with a slide here, just wiping everything out, just kind of wiping it down. And you'll see that it starts to get all your debris out. Especially it's going to get dirty around where you're, I can get in the picture there, where the striker comes out here. So make sure you wipe down in there. If it is super dirty and corroded and caked, down in here, you can take a little bit of bore cleaner onto a patch and really scrub that down. This firearm's not in too bad a shape. To get inside the rails, if you're looking for a deep clean, this is where the pew-pew cleaners come in nice, because you can take them and wipe inside there and get in those little nooks and crannies that sometimes it's hard to get a patch on. Alright, that pretty much cleans the inside of your slide. Man, that was a hard word to find. Now you take your frame, kind of same thing, just wipe it down. Just don't let any caked on debris or gunpowder, old oil stay in there. And then also you can take a pew-pew cleaner, kind of get down in the cracks and crevices. And that pretty much cleans your frame. Now, I will take the recoil spring, kind of just take a patch and circle it around there and wipe it off. I'm not doing any kind of major scrubbing, just anything that might be sitting on there. You can see it's not, maybe you can see, yeah, it was not too dirty. Barrel, take a patch, wipe down the outside of it. Almost got off camera, sorry about that, guys. Where the feeder ramp, where the rounds feed into the chamber, wipe that down good. Now, I do this a little bit differently than some people. So I have a bore brush here. Get some hair off there. And I got this kit from, well, it's got a lot of extra stuff in it now. But this kit I think I got from Academy for like $19. It's got all different kind of size bore brushes in it. So I just grabbed the one for 9mm. Screw it onto the end of the rod here. And then I don't put bore cleaner onto the brush itself. I usually put it on a patch and run it through afterwards. I just use the brush to loosen up any gunk that's in there. And I always push through the same way the bullet would come out. So from chamber to the end where the muzzle is. And I only do it a couple times just to loosen anything up. Take that off, put on your patch holder, screw that on there. And then I take a couple patches and just like splash a little bore cleaner up in there. And having that hit my thumb reminded me I am still out of gloves. I've got to get gloves. I would recommend wearing gloves while doing this, especially with the solvents. And I will make sure to wash my hands immediately following this and make sure not to touch my face or eyes or anything like that. So run that patch back and forth with bore cleaner on it, and you'll see that it starts picking up all kind of debris. I know these lights are bright up there so it's hard to see it, but it is picking up a lot of stuff. All right, then just run a dry one through there. And what you're looking for is that dry one to come out, you know, pretty clean, which it is. That completes the cleaning. It's really that easy. Now the most important part, I feel, is the lubrication. You don't want these guns to get dry on you. So if you look inside your manufacturer's booklet that came with your gun, it'll tell you everywhere to put oil. Typically you're looking for anything that gets movement. So for example, this barrel is constantly, as it's cycling, coming in and out of the slide there, and this part of the chamber into the barrel is constantly sliding under the slide. So you want to make sure they get some oil, and then as it rides along these rails, that gets oil. What I'll usually do for the barrel is I'll put some oil on a patch. I know a lot of them will say put like a drop of oil here, and a drop of oil there, but I'll typically just oil down the barrel with a patch, and then oil down the top of the chamber here with a patch. That way I know it kind of spreads out and it gets everywhere it's supposed to be, instead of waiting for one drop to work in there. So I will go ahead and put the barrel back in. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Get the barrel back in. This, sometimes I will put a little oil on the spring, and I don't know if you can see on here or not, but you can see that that's still got some oil on it. I don't want to overdo that, so I'm not going to put any on there right now. Put the big end of your recoil spring into its holder here at the end of the slide. Push it down a little bit, and then it's going to clip behind this lug here in the barrel. Now your slide is reassembled. As far as on the frame goes, I'm going to put a drop of oil like right here, right there, right there, and right there. And just, it doesn't take much, just a little drop there, a little drop there, a little drop there, a little drop there. And then as you, okay, so on these SIGs, I just noticed this, I'm going to show you this little safety here. It's your plunger safety. It comes up to let the striker go all the way out. As you're cleaning it, a lot of the times it pushes up. So I'm just pushing that back down, or else when I put the slide on, it's going to catch there. And I've noticed that with this gun, at least this one, that seems to happen a lot. So go ahead, slide that back and lock it. When you lock it, it should automatically throw this takedown lever up. If not, push it up and then break the takedown lever down, and then rack it a few times. Get the oil good and worked in there. Now I always make a mess when I'm cleaning, so I'll take a patch, and wipe down the outside of this firearm also, where I've gotten oil and all kind of stuff on it. But that's it, guys. If you think we don't suck too bad here, if you wouldn't mind, please liking and subscribing. Small YouTube channels like ours, it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm, because otherwise we are just not found anywhere. So there you go, cleaning your P365. Hope it helps somebody. Everybody have an awesome night.